Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm bringing you a weekly study with me, and this study with me took place during a week where it was really sunny, so I didn't really want to do work. I wanted to spend time outside in the garden, but I did push myself to do work every single day and I was quite proud of myself. So those clips you just saw was of what I did in my free, which was just writing a history essay, and then when I got home from school I decided to write up a to-do list for the week of everything that I need to get done, and I like to have a running to-do list on this little notepad from TK Maxx, so I write everything I need to do on there, and then I can just transfer the things I want to do each night onto a different to-do list. So here I was using the desktop Chrome extension called Momentum. I get so many questions and I always say it's called Momentum. So I made up a little to-do list on there, then I started it. So basically what I'm doing here was I was doing some psychology, I believe. Yeah, so I had an essay the next day, or at least I thought I had an essay the next day. I actually didn't, but I decided to write up the essay so that I could learn the essay basically. So I used the plan and wrote the essay so that I could learn that instead, and that was quite useful. I'm not sure how long that took me. I think it took me about 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Yeah, that's it. Afterwards, I decided to do some maths questions because we basically had a lesson of maths. That's my only lesson on the Monday, and he'd given us some questions just to do for the next week so that we were like on top of it all. So I just did those questions, and I was using a photo of the textbook from my phone, which I put onto the computer, and that took me an hour. And they were quite easy questions, to be honest, and then the ones I always just go through and mark them, check them that I've got them right, rather than just doing them and not knowing if I've got them right or not. And then I ticked both of those things off my little Momentum to-do list. I then decided just to highlight my psychology essays so that I knew which bits were what. So I had a little section for positives, a little section for negatives, and a section for each type of like AO1 and AO3. So that's what I'm doing here with the highlighters. So in my Tuesday free, I revised again for that psychology essay, and I also read through some history notes just to make sure that I was good on the history knowledge, because we had a knowledge test that day, and I did quite alright on it, which I was happy about because I didn't revise as much as I could have done. And then once I got home, I began doing some history for my other section, my GDR section. I started doing some mind maps. I was making mind maps for it. I find that mind map, the process of making them does help me learn it. And I don't know, like some people don't find that, but I personally do. We had a knowledge test the next day, so I decided just to make 2 mind maps on the majority of the topic. And if I hadn't done that, I feel like I wouldn't have done as well. I almost got an A star on it, but I was like 86%, and an A star is 90, so I was sort of close. But I found this was quite useful, especially since I didn't manage to cover the entire topic. Like I missed out one section, which is where I dropped the majority of the marks. So yeah, this was quite useful for me. I did end up working quite late this night. I can't see the clock because of the sheets in the way. Yes, it was about 11 when I finished, which isn't great, but you know, and obviously you can see it was quite dark by now, so yep, but it was useful revision, and I didn't feel tired the next day. I don't know why, I probably should have done, but yeah. On Wednesday it was super exciting because I actually got a delivery from Coconut Lane, and they basically sent me 3 things. They sent me a little weekly planner, they sent me a marble stapler, and this really cute rose gold pen, which you can see here, and I was so excited to use them and everything. You can actually use a code rhiannon20 to get 20% off of Coconut Lane. I will leave the link to it down below, but basically they just sent me some stationery and I was so excited because it's so cute. So I decided to fill out the weekly planner and plan the rest of the week and the next week, because I had a lot of tests the next week, so that I could work out when I would be revising for them. And then I stuck the weekly planner up on the back of my desk on the wall, and that's what it looks like. It is so cute, honestly, I can't. And then after I'd planned out my week, I decided to do some history homework. This was actually set this day, and I was so proud. I stapled my topic test that I'd done that day as well. And I got on with writing some notes for the rest of that chapter, which was just our homework. I didn't actually start it, I went for tea at this point, but I laid everything out so that when I got upstairs I had to do it. So when I got back about 8 o'clock, I just started writing the notes, and I mean, note taking, pretty basic. I don't need to explain it to you guys, but this is what I am doing here. Once I finished that, I realised that if I did 10 minutes more of work, I'd have done 2 hours that day. So I got out some psychology flashcards from the furthest away topic that we did, and I just ran through them because I feel like I've forgotten everything, and I really have. So I was just picking out random flashcards and trying to verbally recite them, and then I was checking myself on the back. And honestly, I've forgotten so much. It's awful because I've got mocks in 6 weeks, but you know. On Thursday as well, it was a really, really nice day. So me and my mum actually went on a bike ride in the evening. This was some stuff of me doing what I was doing in my maths lesson as well. But when I got back, I just kind of ticked some stuff off of the weekly planner, and I didn't really fancy doing work because I was going on a bike ride, so I didn't really want to work myself out. But I did do some editing of a video, and I've covered it up just because I don't want to give away any spoilers or anything. But I spent a while doing this, and I actually really, really like editing at the moment. I really, really like it. So literally doesn't feel like a chore whatsoever. As I said, me and my mum went on a bike ride. I think it turned out being about 18k, and it was so nice because it was so sunny. And we stopped at a pub, and I got some lemonade and some crisps, and tried to get a tan, and it didn't really work. But oh my god, I loved it so much. I love cycling, and I forget how much I do love it. And for a Thursday night in the sunset, going on a bike ride is the best thing. And I was so proud of myself because I managed to get up all the hills without having to get off my bike and walk. I was really happy. And also we saw loads of little lambs in the fields, and oh my god, they were so cute. I couldn't quite get them on camera because they were too far away because they ran away. But just trust me, they were adorable, and oh my god, I love lambs so much. But when I got back home, I decided to get myself some lemonade because I thought I'd earned it. And I did some maths revision. So basically next week you have a trig test, but I didn't really have much work to do, so I was like, let's start revising for that. This is literally the first time I've ever revised a week in advance for a topic test, so quite proud. But I went on this website called Dr. Frost, and I just ran through some exam questions on there, which was quite good. I really like that website. If your school has a subscription to it, I'd definitely recommend using it. And then I went for tea, and after I came back, I just organised my maths folder because there was just sheets everywhere and it was annoying me too much. So I did all those practice questions, which I found were quite useful. I actually didn't record half of it, which is really bad. The camera just cut out. But I will show you how much work I did. I think I did about 20 questions, which was quite good for me. And there was only a couple which I didn't understand, but I think that that's A2 stuff, so I think I'm alright. I think it's fine that I don't understand it because we've definitely never done any examples on it. And I packed myself away, and I didn't do loads of work on Thursday, but I went on a bike ride, so I think it was justified. And on Friday morning, I woke up to the most gorgeous sunrise ever. It was like pastel pink, and in real life, it looked so gorgeous. So I felt a bit motivated, and I actually did some work at 5 AM, what is this? But I started off by filling in my bullet journal because I hadn't done it the night before, and then I started making some flashcards from a big history mind map because I really like having little flashcards on all the history topics, and then I can just, whatever question I get asked in an exam, I can remember the facts and I can link the facts to the question. So whatever I get asked, I'm basically sorted if I remember what's on the flashcards. So I just wrote up some more flashcards because I'm so behind on them, it's actually a joke. And then when I got home from school, about 1ish, I wrote up a to-do list, and then because it was so sunny, I just sat in the garden and read for a solid 2.5 hours, and I haven't done that since last summer. and honestly it's the best thing ever, just sitting outside with a lemonade and a book in the sun, best thing ever. But once I finished with that, it was about 4:30 and I got some workout, and I decided to work outside because apparently a change is sometimes better than a rest in terms of work. So I decided to sit out in the sun whilst it lasts, because this was essentially the last day of sun before we got a massive thunderstorm, or we are scheduled to get one at least. So I did some more maths questions. We'd had a maths lesson that day and we'd been set homework, so I was like, might as well do it. And I was looking super summery in my sunglasses, and I was just loving life at this point. And on Friday, my mum's sister had loads of friends around, so we basically I didn't do anything after this, but I did do work here, and then on Friday I was like, you know, it's a Friday, I'll chill, so that's what I did, and this was the last bit of work I did. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and it gave you some motivation. I know that the weather's been so nice recently that I didn't do as much work as I would have done had the weather been rubbish, but you know what, I've really enjoyed this week and that's what matters. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon for a brand new one. Bye!